Hey, what's going on, world? How y'all doing out there, all across the universe and all the intergalactic space? I appreciate you being here today with me on a solo episode. This is episode 58. 5-8, man. It's crazy. This all started with the inspiration from Dr. Maya Angelou to say, if you don't like something, change it. If you can't change it, change your attitude. Right. So that's what we're trying to do here with this show, and with every guest that comes on here and blesses us with their time, is just to share things, talk about this thing called resilience, as the show is titled, Real Resilience Talk, keyword being real. And we have to keep it honest and 100, as the kids say. Oh, God. I'm dead serious, though. We have to be honest about these subjects that we talk about getting through things, about working through things, about growing through things, going through things, all of it. And I try to allow a space where people can be honest about it. So that said, my disclaimer, you may hear a bad word or two, but I hope you heard a good word or three on here. This is no official affiliation with anything official, to include DOD or any branches of service or first responders units or anything like that. It's just me, Cam, still Cam. Last time I checked, trying to share some things that can maybe help, because we never know what may help, and we don't know what we don't know. So we got to be open to learning new things, new perspectives. And like I said, we don't know what we don't know. And if you're anything like me, the more I learn, the more I know. Well, the more I know I don't know. So it keeps me humble in a lot of ways, even though I know I say some bold things on here. But so that's that. Thank you to Monchichi Rex, Peleocino Music, Uncle Rex for the intro track. But I'm going to get into this off the bat, man. It's episode 58. Look, it's some fucked up times right now. It just is what it is. I don't care what side of the whatever you're on or anything like that. It is some hard times right now for our world. And for any of us in the United States, it is challenging times. There's a lot of change. There's a lot of unknowns. There's a lot of known unknowns and unknown unknowns, and just a lot of fragileness, fragility. It's Italian. To right now. So I want to start off by saying, if you haven't read the book, The 4 Agreements by Don Miguel Ruiz, I strongly suggest you check it out. You may not agree with all of it, but I'm going to tell you right now, those 4 agreements, I'm looking at them right now because I keep them on the wall. The number one is be impeccable with your word. There's a lot to that one, but you should read it yourself. It's more than just being honest and speaking with integrity. It's also avoiding gossip and stirring up things, and there's a lot to it, okay? The second one is, and that's what I want to talk about today, is don't take anything personally. The third one is don't make assumptions. And the last one is always do your best. That's right in the spirit of street sweeper mentality, like what Dr. King said. Be at your lot. Do you find yourself to be a street sweeper? Sweep streets like Michelangelo painted pictures, right? You know what I'm talking about. If you know, you know. I got the tattoo of the broom on my forearm. I put it in the new book that I put out, 33 Gems of Resilience, that you can get on Amazon or Kindle, and I'm producing the audio version now, so that should come out soon. But I'm going to read some of the book today, just as a free. I'm hoping it can help somebody. So I'm going to read a gem out of my book of Gems of Resilience that have helped me. And let me say too, with the book or with anything or with these things I'm talking about right now, I fall short of these things very, very often in my life. Consistently fall short. So please don't take it as I'm up here trying to preach as if I'm perfect, because I'm not. This is just one more forcing function for me to try to live up to these things. If I say it, if I express it, if I talk to it about people, if I talk about it with people, it helps me. It helps me in those times that get hard, because as Epictetus said, ancient slave, right? That became a philosopher that's so impactful that we're still talking about him today, thousands of years later. But what ought one to say as each hardship comes? I was practicing for this. I was training for this. That's what Epictetus said. And just think about it. His name translates to the acquired one. He was property. He was a property of other humans, right? And eventually earned his freedom and became a very influential philosopher. But I suggest you look up him too. But these are those times. And this is why I do this show. And this is why I speak the way I speak about certain things, because these are those moments where we can train ourselves to hopefully be able to gain some calluses, for lack of a better expression. So that way we can endure when the things come our way, and we can be resilient, right? As Stallone said, I say it all the time, but everybody is about you can get it and keep moving forward. That's how winning is done. But in all seriousness, the second agreement of the 4 agreements, don't take anything personally. I'm sending this out to anybody I've had conversations with the last few days. I'm saying this for myself. I'm saying this to everyone out there right now, no matter what corner of the world you're in. Don't take anything personally. And I have to remind myself of that often because I wear my heart on my sleeve. And having passion and enthusiasm is a double-edged sword. It really is. So it makes you vulnerable to be hurt. But I want to tell you that nothing anyone else does has anything to do with you. Don Miguel Ruiz explains it so eloquently, and I don't want to take any thunder away from his book. You need to look it up, check it out. I listened to it on Audible last week. The second chapter was like 13 minutes, and my commute is about that and a little bit. And I listened to that chapter on repeat. I'm not lying to you because I wanted to get it stuck in my head that nothing anyone else is doing is because of you. And that could come because of good things too. If somebody gives you compliments and things like that, don't take it personally. Keep moving, stay humble, stay hungry, right? But look, a lot of people right now, we're all in that fragile. All right. It's Italian. All right. I killed that joke. I'll stop. But, shout out Christmas Story. But we're in a fragile state right now. We really, really are. And there's a lot of unknowns and a lot of people are vulnerable right now. And I you know what I compare it to? I compare it to road rage. Right? Like there's a lot of people that you see and you come across and, if you bumped into them or if you, stepped on their shoe or I don't know, sneezed in their direction and got a little bit of something on them, they really wouldn't get angry at you. They just like, oh, wow. Okay. Right. They're in a, somewhat of a restful state or their baseline, as we like to call it in COSC and Oscar, if you know. But when we're driving, all our senses are in tune and they're all heightened, right? Because like obviously our motor skills are together, our awareness, our eyes, our ears, everything is on high alert. So when someone does cut somebody off or something happens in traffic, you can see another side of people that you usually don't see because they're in such a heightened state, right? And they can honestly respond with, the 4 F's, the fight, flight, freeze, or fawn, because it's intense to them. It's a shocking moment, right? I'm just going to say that right now, I think more of us than not, a majority of us are in that state right now. We're in a heightened state of a lot of things right now. And anyone who is anywhere close to serving and service to any form of government or entity or that, it's stressful right now. And we don't know. Everyone doesn't know what's coming. And I don't either, right? And so I'm just saying to everyone, please do not take anything personally right now. It's like if somebody flicks you off on the highway or whatever like that, like usually just drive off because you don't want to get into a further altercation. But I don't think that person would normally do that under normal circumstances. There are those people, right? They exist, right? Some of us know them. Don't point if you're next to them while you're listening to this. That's rude. I stole that from Connie Podesta. She's another great resource to look up to, Connie Podesta. But sincerely, Don Miguel Ruiz goes as far as to say if someone shot you in the head, it wasn't about you. They could come up to you and call you and slander you. It's not about you. It's something with them. So as much as we can right now, keep that in mind. Don't take anything personally. If you want to read more about that, check out Don Miguel Ruiz, the 4 agreements. It may not fix everything. It's probably not going to put us all at ease or anything like that, but it's just something to really be mindful of right now, because I think all of us, doesn't matter what corner of the world you're in right now, but especially if you're in my beloved, these United States, it's a little heightened right now of stress. And people are more likely to respond and to react in ways that is normally not indicative of who they are as a person. So don't take anything personally right now, especially right now. Okay. And I'm trying to remind myself of that all the time. So I fall short of it, but we got to keep it in mind. Again, don't take anything personally. Give grace, be patient. And look, man, this too shall pass. It's not 1968. It's not 1861. It's not 1941. This too shall pass. We just got to be able to endure it together, and pain shared is pain divided. So lean on other people. Don't push people away, but it's a hard time right now. And my heart goes out to all of you, and my heart goes out to myself, to be honest with you. I'm trying to do this self-love thing. Thanks, Mark. I love you, Mark. Hey, another good podcast is out right now. If y'all ever dig on mine or like it, check out Voices in the Silence. A great friend of mine, a brother of mine. I love you, bro. Mark Allen. I'm even on episode 3. But he is tapping into something amazing. So just Voices in the Silence. It's an amazing show. Check it out on Spotify or anywhere where you get podcasts. But I had to plug that for him, man. And right now, I think we need to laugh too, y'all. I think we need to laugh, man. I think we need to laugh. I think we need to try to have some fun. Not crazy, don't go crazy. Don't go start doing heroin and having an orgy or something weird, okay? Don't go to Vegas and lose all your money. I'm not saying like that. But I'm saying I think we need to laugh. So I also want to share with you 2 mentors of mine that I look up to and admire a whole lot, and they've done a lot for me, and they've given me a lot of opportunity in the comedy scene. Tim Lulies. His last name is Loulies. We call him the Big 44 and the 757. If you know, you know. But a great dude, hilarious comedian, but he has an hour-long special out right now. Nope, it's not on Netflix, right? But it's on Amazon, it's on Apple, it's on Spotify, it's on, I think I got it on Vimeo, right? And you can even stream it, just the audio of it. But his special is called Sugar Glider, and it's hilarious. And we need to laugh more. We really, really do. All right. So Tim Lulies, Sugar Glider, great dude, funny as hell. And just sometimes we just need to check out something and check out of the world that we're in and just kind of get numb for a second and have some healthy, emotions stirring and flowing, some good dopamine, some good things, right? And I think comedy can do that. So I think we need to laugh a lot more right now. Don't take anything personal, and please laugh more. Another mentor of mine and a good dude, Dwayne White, a really good dude, veteran, 20-some years, serving all over the world, man. Just a good dude, man. Gives a lot of comics, a lot of opportunities that I probably don't deserve. I'll say that. But he has a special called A Boy Named Shannon, and his name is Dwayne. So it's Dewayne, right? So his family knew how to spell. My family didn't. I don't want to give out my name that is Dwayne, a part of my name, but it is not spelt the right way. So shout out to Dwayne White's family for at least spelling his name in the traditional correct manner, because people always want to call me Dwayne. Anyway, but his special is called A Boy Named Shannon. And honestly, for Tim and for Dwayne, I don't even care if you really listen to it. You could just put it on in the background, tell Alexa to play it, and then just get these guys some streams so the algorithm will push their shit out. You know what I mean? That sounded weird, push this shit out. Anyway, sorry. But yeah, hey, comedy, we need that right now. We need arts. Art saves lives. Shout out to Jan, a big sister of mine. She put me onto a few foundations and organizations recently that are good, but I really do believe that art saves lives. And as Bruce Lee said, to live is to express is to create. So let's try to use some art. Let's try to have some healthy ways of expressing these things. Don't suppress this stressful time. Don't suppress it with numbing agents. You know what they are, fill in the blank. It's everything from porn to alcohol to drugs to just scrolling on social media, looking at things that you really can't control, that just a part of your algorithm. The news, if you can even call it that half the time. You know what I'm saying? A lot of things are out of our control right now. So as Epictetus said, the chief task in life is to focus on that which we control and that which we don't control, and then to take action thereon too. I just paraphrased it. I probably messed it up, but it really is a very, the Serenity Prayer is based off in recovery, the Serenity Prayer. You can like it, love it, or leave it, or whatever, or shove it. It doesn't matter. But it tells you to focus on the things you can change and the things you can't, to have peace over, right? And let them play out. And outside of voting or contributing to a campaign or maybe running for office in some way, shape, or form, most of us can't control half the things that dominate our algorithms every day. So keep that in mind, okay? Keep that in mind. Don't take anything personal. And please, let's laugh some more. And if you're interested in the arts, anybody that's affiliated with the military community at all, it could be your dependent, a descendant, a relative, a sibling, whatever. Check out the Armed Services Arts Partnership. It stands for ASAP. Armed Services Arts Partnership. There are so many workshops and a really good community of great people out there. Shout out Miss Monica and her whole team for providing opportunities for people to find themselves and to find things they may enjoy. Everything from like painting pottery to stand-up comedy to screenwriting to whatever, man. And I emphasize these things so much because I think right now we need to do something with the energies in which we have, all the stressful times, all the things of that nature. You could journal, dude. Just journal. Just write it out, right? Maybe writing it out will help you spell it all out and understand it a little bit better before you go word vomiting at work or wherever it is or whatever the thing may be, or maybe saying something you'll regret, So I say express it. Do not suppress it. Express it. Do not suppress it. Okay. It's going to eat you it's going to eat you from the inside out. Don't do that. Okay. So again, Voices in the Silence, a good podcast, Sugar Glider from Tim Lulis, and A Boy Named Shannon from Dwayne White. I told y'all I make no money off of this. I'm just trying to share things that have helped me, and listening to those gentlemen the last few days and their specials, and reading the great book by, Bobby Oliver, a mentor of mine, The Tao of Comedy, The Tao of Comedy. It says it's the T, but we say Tao, has helped me a lot with enduring and being resilient in these times. And I haven't made anything worse, right? So there's that, all right? But yeah, please remember what I said about the road rage, and give each other grace and give yourself grace. I think we are at that state right now. I think all of us are in a heightened state of stress. In the stress continuum, we have green, yellow, orange, red, right? I think a lot of us are sitting there like at orange right now, if not burnt orange, or like a really dark cheese bus, school bus yellow or something. Like, nobody's really too much in the green right now. If you are, hey, God bless you. I think you're amazing. But I'm not, and I know many other people aren't. And a lot of people's life choices, chances they've taken, have flipped upside down. I can't think of a time like this in my recent adult histories other than the housing crisis. And before that, obviously, everything that followed after 9/11. And that's not a diss to anybody politically or anybody in charge of it. That's not what I'm trying to do here. I'm just trying to say and describe the times that we're living in right now. And we need to be more graceful and patient and supportive of each other. And we also need to, please do not take anything personally. Not right now. Don't. It's not about you. It's really not. And again, as extreme as the example of someone slandering you or shooting you in the head, it wasn't about you. So please look into that book. It's got a great narrator of the same guy who narrated the Vietnam series. If you ever watched that, or any of I can't even think of his name right now, but a great documentaries. Damn, that word was hard today on a Sunday. Documentaries. Anyway, check them out, man. Really, really, really good. Don Miguel Ruiz, 4 Agreements. You'll know what I'm talking about if you look into it. But please also don't forget to laugh right now, okay? And please remember, and I know a lot of people don't agree with me on this, but this too shall pass, right? Again, I said it's not 1941, it's not 1861, and there and two before that, right? When many of our fellow people were actual property, right? There's been harder times. We've gotten through it. It's not the 1968 where we lost so many great leaders and potential candidates for certain things. And we lost Dr. King, right? That's like one of my all-time favorite mentors and leaders. I mean, he's not alive. I don't talk to him, but I listen to him. I definitely take heed to what he's saying. And I share everything in this show and a lot to do with him and the unselfishness, because he said everyone can be great because everyone can serve. This is a labor of love, the show and the things I do. So you don't have to have a college degree, I think he said, to serve. Anyone can serve. All you need is a heart filled with, I think, love and grace is what the quote is. You can look it up, but everyone could be great. Everyone could serve. Okay. So think about unselfish people that have passed us. And at the same time, if you're out here trying to do positive things in the spirit of Dr. King, I think all of our egos and all of us really want to reach as many people as he has and did, and the unselfish manner that he did that in. And no, he was not perfect. So anybody over there rolling their eyes and talking about scandals and this, that, nope, the man was not perfect, which honestly makes me respect him even more, because nobody's perfect. Nothing is perfect, right? But service and unselfishness is always worth it. And that rhymes. So you could just go ahead and give me bars. But sincerely, though, I think we all want the Million Man March, right? But as long as you reach one, somebody out there, I hope today is listening, and I hope it puts you at ease. It helps you a little bit, helps you kind of reframe and rethink some things and how you've been approaching or overthinking or dwelling or ruminating on things or focusing on shit you can't control, like breaking news. It's always breaking news. Ain't no breaking news shit. Y'all just always put that shit on the TV. What's wrong with y'all infotainment channels? It doesn't matter where you're at, where you stand. I'm about as purple as it gets when it comes to politics, but I will say that these are hard times for everybody. It doesn't matter how you vote. It doesn't matter. It's hard times right now, and everyone's feeling it. So let's be graceful. Let's be kind. It's free to be kind. It is free. And it's so absolutely important that we do it, because here's the thing, ladies and gentlemen, God rest his soul, but Robin Williams said it. Everyone you meet right now is fighting a battle you know nothing about. So be kind always. That's what he said. So this too shall pass. Good or bad, and people get mad at me when I say it, but this too shall pass. It will pass, and let's get on the other side of it. Let's become stronger. Let's grow through it, not just go through it, but let's not do anything that we would sincerely regret, like saying things to people that we can't take back or doing things to other people that we can't take back. All right. Just breathe. Whatever brings you peace, find something healthy. I don't know what that is for you. That's the fun part of life. You got to find what works best for you, but be open-minded to trying new things. You can listen back on these episodes. I've shared a ton of resources that you could do, but I'm just sharing what, and other guests have shared what's worked for them. But you just take something, man. Like Bruce Lee said, take what's necessary, absorb it, discard what's not, and then make it your own. Do whatever you got to do. But whether, I don't care if it's reading, if it's yoga, if it's just sometimes cleaning is a stress reliever to put some of that anxiety into and some of that pressure and stuff. You know what I mean? Exercise doesn't have to be crazy. Just walk as humans are supposed to. And if you're not able to walk, then wheel. And I'm not making a joke there. I'm dead serious. Like, find another way to have movement, right? Let's not just sit and waddle. Let's not just sit and ruminate. And like the great Bernie Mac said, the more you cry, the less you piss, right? So I'm not saying don't express it, don't let your emotions flow. But if we just sit there and dwell in it, man, nobody's winning in that situation. So I got this cup right here. Shout out to Habits V2, Kevin O'Hara. It says, keep the alcohol out your mouth. That's one thing that I'm trying to focus on right now. I got stresses in my life too, right? And I'm sure all of us do right now, right? And that's not to play comparison, because comparison is a thief of joy, but comparison is also the thief of healing. But I know right now, one thing that won't help me right now is if I put alcohol in my mouth. So I'm putting this Puerto Rican coffee in my mouth right now. I might fart a little bit, but don't worry. It's good. It's good for you. All right, let me take a little sip. Mm-hmm. Keep the alcohol out your mouth, okay? All right. So again, everybody to the heightened state, road rage. Let's be graceful. Let's be patient with each other. Don't take anything personally. And the last thing I want to say to y'all is please laugh. Please laugh. But actually, I got one last thing I want to say to y'all. And I want to see if I can find the recording of it, because he says it so much better than I can. But one of my mentors in life, one of the people that I love throughout history is John Lewis. If you don't know about John Lewis, look him up. I think he's one of the most amazing human beings that have ever lived. And I love him and I miss him. And I wish he were still alive because he was an unselfish warrior for all humans, for all people. Look up him. Look up John Robert Lewis, the Honorable Mr. John Lewis, that is. But right prior to him dying, there was a few books that came out about him. I think it's Across This Bridge is a good one that he wrote. And then there's a book called Good Trouble. But look him up. But he was such a graceful and kind human. And I don't care if you don't see him eye to eye with him on politics and stuff. It's not about that. It's about unselfish service. And he did that. But this is one of the things that he said before his passing. And I'm going to play this, and then I'm going to read an excerpt from my book for anybody that wants to hear it. If you don't, you can just get off right now. But I'm going to play it, and then I'm going to read it just in case the audio doesn't come through. But he said this just months or maybe a year before he passed away. And it was at the time of COVID when everything was like, oh my God, right? Oh yeah, I forgot that. That was pretty stressful too. Sorry. So COVID, housing crisis, 9/11. I forgot about COVID. My bad. But listen to this.
Be kind, be hopeful, be optimistic, never get down. It's all going to be okay. All going to be all right. We're one people. We're one family. We all live in the same house. Not just American house, but the world house. I wish you well.
And that's the straight up truth right there. That's the straight up truth. So you just, man, he says, be kind, be hopeful, never get down. Don't do it. Okay. We all live in the same house, not just the American house, but the world house. So that brings me to what I wanted to read to y'all. And this is from my book. Yep, I'm going to go ahead and plug my own book. It's called All Things Considered, 33 Gems of Resilience, written by me and my brother, Corey. He was my editor. So if any of it sounds smart, that's because of Corey. Shout out Corey, okay? Long arm Corey, right? He's definitely good to play with in the 2-on-2 because he can get a lot of rebounds, boards for days with them arms. All right. So this is a quote from me that I say often. Like it or not, we are all we got. People need people. Alone is not a place we are designed for, meant for, or long for. Even the most introverted among us and those who love their me time. All of us humans need one another. People need people. The key is to find your people, find your tribe. I've found that even the worst circumstances become bearable when there are humans around you with whom you share a bond. In my lifetime of service, both cohesion and camaraderie have been vital to accomplishing any mission. We are better together. This isn't anything new or groundbreaking, but it's true. And keep in mind, no human being has ever accomplished anything on their own, people. It just doesn't happen. So, and this is my final gem in this book. As my final gem of resilience states, you can like it or not, but we are all we got. One team, one fight, one love, one tribe, sympatheia. And what exactly is the ancient term sympatheia? Well, look it up for yourself and remember, we are all connected in this thing called life. And it's the God's honest truth, y'all. So, like I say, you can like it, you can love it. Hey, whatever you want to say. But like it or not, we are all we got. And I do want to read off because I put it in the book as well. In the last page of this book, on page 95, my final thoughts section. This is what the Honorable Mr. John Lewis said, if in case the audio was bad. He said, be kind, be hopeful, be optimistic, never get down. It's all going to be okay. It's all going to be all right. We're one people. We're one family. We all live in the same house, not just the American house, but the world house. I wish you well. That man right there is the definition of unselfishness. And no, he was not a perfect human either. Nor are you, and nor am I, and nor will we ever be. But I do believe, as General Neller said, pain shared is pain divided. Let's not hurt each other worse during these hard times. It's hard enough. Try not to take anything personally. Remember, everybody's in a sort of road rage right now, right? Don't take anything personally. Remember the words of John Lewis. Remember that this too shall pass. And please remember to laugh more, man. Just find an excuse to laugh. Not at, the detriment of other people. If somebody trips, I will giggle, but I'll then help them up. You know what I'm saying? But some good assets and voices and ambassadors of that humor and that goodness of life. My man, Mark Allen, the Voices in the Silence podcast, you could download for free, or you could stream, or you could watch and download the comedy specials from Tim Lulis, a good friend and mentor of mine, Sugar Glider, and then also Dwayne White's A Boy Named Shannon. Hey, y'all, this has been probably the shortest episode I've ever done here, but this is the Real Resilience Talk. This has been episode 58 of Solo. I just had this on my heart. I want to share it because a lot of us are hurting. Let's be kind because we're all a little fragile right now. We're all a little Italian. Okay, I swear, last time I said that. This has been episode 58 over of the Real Resilience Talk. I do have to let y'all know that this show is sponsored by nobody, baby. But if you want to go out and buy my book or listen to my friend's specials, hey, I just provided the information. Remember, All Things Considered, 33 Gems of Resilience. You can get it on Amazon, get it on Kindle, and the audio version is coming out soon. Much love to you all. Let's be kind to each other. Let's be patient. Let's be graceful. This too shall pass.